power. There we go, a little whistle as it comes past. Oh, tracking, so nice. Hello and welcome to HobbyKing.com. My name is Stuart and I'm here to present to you a new EDF for HobbyKing, and it's an EDF for both experienced flyers out there and for those of you looking for your first EDF, because it's fantastic for that. It is the H-King Viper64. Now, as the name suggests, this is a 64mm EDF. The Viper64 is a 1 meter span and it's a 64mm EDF with a 2600 kV, I believe, brushless outrunner, and it's running on a 6S setup. That's why I have these two 2200 3S packs in front of me here. Now, because it's two 3S packs, they are running in series, and I'll open up the hatch and give you a little look of how that setup looks. But yes, the model, to talk you through it, it's 1 meter span, it has 9-gram servos throughout, and it has flaps, ailerons, rudder and elevator, and of course throttle, and it's quite a speed machine as well. But not only that, it sounds really nice. Traditionally, 64mm EDFs haven't sounded great in the past. I can tell you that we're very happy with the way this one sounds, and you'll hear for yourself when we take it out and give you a flight demonstration of the new H-King Viper64 in just a minute. Now let's take a look closer at the model and get a little look over the features. First of all, stunning scheme, really nice striking silver on one of my favorite colors, fluoro. You'll see this on the EFX racers and on various other sports models from HobbyKing. We are all about the fluoro, and the fluoro green really pops. This is the top side, but if I take it now and turn it over, there's the bottom side. It's really, now the sun has just got in, but you can really see how it pops, and it's nice to have a differentiation between the silver and green and then the solid green on the bottom. When you're flying that really helps you know what way is up and what way is down. Now, whilst I've got it turned over, which I have right now, we're going to talk about one of the other features. Now, it does have fixed gear, but these are oleo sprung fixed gear, but the trick of it here, it's 64mm fan. Now, typically these models would be hand launchable, and this one is as well. So if you want to just have a belly lander and have an even faster and less draggy airframe, simply slide it forward and it pulls out. The gear, that's the feature, the gear is completely removable on this. And what we're going to do in this demonstration, we're going to show you it ROGing off the ground with these lovely fixed gear, set of fixed gear, and then we're going to take the gear off and give you a hand launch demonstration as well. What else can I tell you about the model as I've got it turned over? It's ball links on this, so nice smooth control, ball links throughout. There's the access to the 64 fans should you need it, and the ESC is under the fuselage. Now for transport, there's just these 5 screws on the wing if you want to take the wing off, but in all honesty, because of its size, it's just 1 meter, it fits into the back of most cars with ease and without any need to disassembly. Speaking of assembly, out of the box, all you have to do is screw on the horizontal stab and the vertical stab, and then fit your controls as you see there. Install the gear if you wish to fly it as an ROG model, and Bob's your uncle. Next thing is to take off the hatch and show you inside. All right, so inside, well, first of all, it's a sprung-loaded hatch, very nice. That comes off like so. Very clean and simple inside. Now, I've got my two 6S pack. These are Nanotech 2200s that I've got in there. That's pretty much bang on the location for CG. Now, this isn't standard. I've actually soldered up this series connector on the ESC. It does come with one. You can either use a series adapter on the battery, or if you wish, you could do this. That was just personal preference, so you can ignore this for now. It will come with a single XT60, and then you'll need to just get a series adapter for your 2 packs. Then I've just got a small 6-channel receiver in here. You can see I've just got a small FR Sky one there, because of course you've got ailerons, flaps on the wings, elevator, rudder, and then of course rudder is linked with the steering, and throttle. And you've got that spare channel then for the RVS should you need it. But yeah, 6 channels is what you need, so this is a full house model in that regards. And what that means is when you're up in the air, you've got all the controls at your disposal. Now, speaking of being up in the air, I'm going to bring it back around now. Like I said, it's a good introduction to EDF flying. It's super stable. It's got a nice speed range. It handles very well, both very slow with those flaps down. I'll show you that. And of course at full power as well. It's really quite a nice aerobatic ship with plenty of rudder authority for knife edges and other aerobatics. So now, without further ado, it's time to stop talking here, take you out the field, show you how it first of all ROGs and flies with the gear on, then we'll take the gear off, show you how it hand launches, and give you an overall impression just how well it flies, because it's got really good performance all around the speed ranges. Decent flight times, about 4 or 5 minutes on those two 2200 3S packs. You will want to be running high C from anything from 50 above, just to get optimal performance out the setup. And yes, just in general, a good all-round and stunning looking and stunning sounding introduction to EDF flying, or if you're looking for a simple EDF to have in the back of your car and fly whenever. If you're an experienced pilot, then the Viper64 is a lot of fun too. And also, the last point to make is that it's economically priced as well. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up and let's get out there and fly. Okay, so we're out here at the field. The sun is, still somewhat out. The wind has picked up a little bit. As you can see from the grass, it is, winter grass. So it's long, uncut, bumpy, bit muddy, bit soggy. But you'll see that the Viper64 copes with it like a champ with this fixed and oleo, well, suspended gear if you like. So I'll give you an ROG demonstration and a demonstration with the gear on. Then we'll whip the gear off, because it is very, very easy, and we'll do a hand launch flight with a clean bottom, as it were. So on that note, I'm going to fly it. So let's go. Okay, so full channels, full house control, aileron, elevator, rudder, and flaps. There you go, you see the flaps operating there. Now, just to give you a reference, this is my low and this is my high. There is I will add this point, there is a quick setup guide, as with all our models, in the box, and then there's a full manual online that you can get to by scanning the QR code on that quick setup guide. But that quick setup guide will basically give you those same throws and setting. Now, CG wise, if I remember off the top of my head, it's in line with the hatch here. Again, consult the manual that's online or the quick setup guide that's in the box. It'll all be in there. Pretty straightforward to set up, and of course to assemble it's very, very easy. Right, now we will take it just over here and give you a demonstration. So, follow me, I'll put it down. Alright, there we go, we're into wind. How are we doing, good?
Good.
Pretty much into wind. I think I'll do mid-flap takeoff, just to, again, this is quite long and tufty. Let's get it up with a little bit of assistance with the flap. So that's my mid. All right, taking off. And listen out for the sound when I come past. Full flap, full power. Direct it with the steerable nose wheel. A little bit of bounce on the floor there. Now, quite by habit, I just flick the gear switch. Of course, this is fixed. It doesn't have a gear switch. How's that looking?
It looks really good.
It's a little
fast.
Little bit trimmed negative on the
almost missed
elevator.
It there, I got
That's
it.
why it bounced a bit. Okay, here we go. Full power pass. Viper64. Now it's not, supersonic, but it is fast for its size and for its class. All right, now I'm going to do a full power pass downwind. Oh, you hear it?
That is.
What you hear is the
very good
wind,
sounding.
right? You hear the whoosh. You don't hear the EDF sound, which is really, really nice.
Don't hear any buzzing of the engine. It's just whooshing.
This is mid-throttle now. How's that looking on camera?
Very nice.
That was hands off, by the way, that pass, as I scratched my nose. So hopefully what you're picking up here is just, I'll slow down a bit for this little bit, is just how well those colours are popping. But if I turn that over the wing there, look at that. Hopefully you're seeing that. I'm on mid-flaps now. I'm going to do slow and low, just so we can get some appreciation for the colours, and then we'll open it up again. It's a reasonably gusty wind now. I'm at mid-flaps as I come down slow and low. Look at that, and listen. Oh, nice! Power on, climb out here, flaps off. Look at that, that's a reasonable climb out. Actually, very, very reasonable.
It sounds like something you'd expect to get from an 80 or a 90 mil.
Exactly.
It's really good.
That's a good point that Andres makes. It's got the pretty much close to...
Sorry, focus. Yeah, picked it up.
It's got the pretty much close to 80 mil sports jet performance, but it's got the price tag of a much cheaper model, because it is a much cheaper model, and it's got the ease of use of a smaller model that is simpler with this fixed gear. That being said, I will take the gear off for the next flight. Right, let's get a little bit more into it. I'm going to go a little faster now. This is full power into wind, tracking really, really nicely. And we'll do a roll at this point. Nice. And then I'm going to like to climb up, and I like to do a full power pass. Just a really, really good all-round sports model, but a great introduction to jet flying because it's super stable like so. Nice and tight, and you can bank and yank it as much as you like. It's very responsive if you want it to be. Let's get her over and do a little bit of inverted flying. There she is, you got that?
Nice. This is just a regular receiver, right? No gyro?
No gyro. Look at the green really popping.
It's really stable.
Okay, I'm going to do a low pass. There we go. Very nice. Roll it over now. And we'll take it in. Let's do a knife edge pass from the wrong direction. Hang on. Let me see if I can knife edge downwind on this. Let's see. Yeah, see that?
Climbing, isn't it?
There it is. Okay, so what's the matter? I'm going to bring it in for a touch and go, I think. Into wind, nice and smooth on the approach. Let the speed lead off. No flaps at this point. Keep the speed up if I can when I touch, and then power on. Little bit of flaps, and away she goes.
Is it just a half flap?
That was just the half flap. Now, if it was not long grass, I wouldn't have needed the flap at all, but it is. It's winter grass, as I said. I'm going to do a knife edge coming past this way. Over she goes. Look at that. And with the sun as well. Okay, Eric. There we go. That's full flaps. Into wind. And now watch the climb out. Look at those colours. Watch the climb out. Look at that. Flaps away. If it wasn't for the undercarriage, it would be full clean. Let this guy take off. Do a bit more aerobatics now, so I'm going to roll, if you can see that. That's on low rate. Did you get that, Andrew? So
yeah, I got it.
That again. I'll do a loop then in the centre here. Full power, nice and steady. Going to loop up now. Really nice climb. Is that okay on camera?
That was more climb than I expected, but I got it.
Shall I do it again?
Yes, please.
Maybe a little further away. Going to bank away to the left, power off, glides really nicely. Bring that around. There's some traffic coming past on the pattern. Look at those colours, really nice. Okay, I'm going to do a loop from this point. You ready?
Ready?
Looping up. Lovely sound, tracking really true, big as you like, power off at the top, let it come around naturally, catch it on the bottom. Beautifully. Little victory roll out of that one. So yeah, good all-round sports jet for sure. If you're looking for an introduction into EDF flying, you can't go wrong just because of how steady it is, and it's not intimidating at all. Another low pass, low and slow from the left.
Okay.
See if you can appreciate it a little closer up. Full flaps now. Sorry, a little bit closer. How's that?
Gorgeous.
I'm going to keep it low and slow.
That is really slow.
This is full flaps. It's got the extra drag of the gear, remember? A little bit of downwind pushing it around now. I'll keep this bank angle and feed in a little bit more power as I come around. And listen to that sound. And then flaps off and away she goes. I'm going to roll over and do a pass, low right left, full power, and then we'll land. A little bit of a farmer pass, a little bit of rudder kicked in there. Alright, so we're going to bring it to land. I'm going to go mid flaps, there's a little bit of wind. Landing. Yep. How's that looking on camera?
Very nice.
Okay, about 2/3, no, about a half throttle now, lowering it down. Down, power off, going to flare. Just run out of elevator at the end because I should have kept a little more power on. Let's show you it taxiing even on the long grass because I've got a little bit of juice left in the pack. This is on full rate on the steering wheel. Nose wheel, or rudder as we say, there we go. This is long, I'll come over, this is long tufty grass. As you can see, handling the bounce nicely. And yeah, what are we at? I think about 4.5 minutes on that. What we'll do now, we'll take this gear off, which you can do very easily just by, again, I'll show you, sliding this forward, that comes off, sliding this forward, that comes off. The nose wheel has just got an Allen key, which I've got over at the bench. So I'm just gonna pop that off, and then we'll show you hand launching. Now for hand launching, you'll see again when we're back out here, but basically hold it at the CG, give it full power, and let go with a little shove upwards. It's got enough power to pull out your hand nicely. As you'll see in just a second when we come back and do the hand launch of the gear removed on the H-King Viper64. Okay, so here we are, the Viper64 is now clean. Told you it came off easy, and it does. And now we're going to launch it. Wind's a little bit tricky because it's slightly at the club. So I'm just going to walk out a little bit. A little tip, when you're launching it, you want to launch it underarm like so, and pretty much where I'm holding it is on the CG. Also, because it's such a fine finish on this, it's a bit gross, but you lick your fingers a little bit, creates a little bit of, what's that? A little bit of extra grip, and it means that will go out your hand without slipping. So, that's tip of the day. I'm going to walk it out a little bit and we'll do a hand launch. You ready?
All right.
On the field. When I do this, I'm going to be doing it pretty much full power. I'm not going to do any running. Just going to give it a slightly backward momentum, and away she goes. Okay, launching. Pretty much unlimited vertical there. This is 6S, remember. The wind has just picked up. This is now going to be into wind. How's it look on camera?
Good, got it.
All right, full power. There we go, a little whistle as it comes past. Wow, tracking, so nice.
Okay, you can tell that the gear's off. This is faster.
Yeah, it is definitely faster, it is. Now, I'm going to put it over on its side. Do a knife edge there. There we go. Colours popping lovely. Is that okay on camera?
Beautiful.
I have to keep asking because it's 1 meter, so it's a little bit on the small side in terms of the camera, but it flies like a much bigger model. I'm going to pull up into a loop here. Very nice and clean, coming around, and then once it's over the top, power down. A little bit overly that one. Hey, one thing I'm going to show you that I didn't show you before, with the sun on our backs now, I'm going to bring it around into wind. What you should be able to see when I bring those flaps down is that we've got a lovely bit of branding on the bottom of the flaps, which actually is a really nice touch. Let's see if I can get that in. So here we are, mid flaps now. Let's see if you can see the bottom of it. I'm going to turn away to my left, I think. Okay, power on, power on, power on. Do you see it? Well, you can probably just see it there. The sun's just beginning to set, so it's a bit problematic. Let's keep the flaps on. I'll bring it down. And I'll keep coming around, keep coming around. This is all full flaps now. Into wind. That's directly at wind. How's that? There it is. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Nice.
And then we'll climb around, go roll a bit here. So there we go. Not really much more to say. I mean, it's hopefully speaking for itself. You can see it coming out in the video really well, I hope. But it's just a good all-round sport model, or more importantly, if you're looking for your first EDF, it's a fantastic introduction to EDF flying. It's very simple, it tracks very well, it sounds really jet-like. Look at that climb. Definitely better with that 50 grams save with the gear off. Of course, you won't be able to land at that point in terms of on wheels, but you can barely land with that very easily. I'll show that in a second. Oh, look at that colour underneath. Really nice for banking and yanking. Of course, remember it is full house, so if you want to do some aerobatics, for example, knife edge, there it is, the knife edge. Holds really well. Let's see if I can bring that around. Let's see. Okay, a bit higher there, but I'll keep holding it. Don't like doing knife edge that way. It's not how I can do it. Alright, here we go.
Not bad.
I'm losing my orientation a bit now. Now I can knife edge this way, right? So I'll get it over on its side. How's that?
Beautiful.
Yeah, look at that. Lovely colours, lovely tracking. That's my timer. I am going to bring it into land now. That wind is really kicking now, actually. I think just as the sun's gone behind the cloud, that wind's picked up. Alright, landing.
Yeah, changed direction a little bit, I think.
It has changed. I have to come out this way. I think I have to land directly at it almost. That's probably why the wind's picked up, because it's changed direction. So I'm on full flaps now. I'm going to mid and then no flaps. I'm just using the flaps to slow it down on approach. And you should be able to belly land nicely. A little bit forward. Oh, there we go. Right in front of us.
Nice.
Let me come over here, 1 second. Yep, full change. It's now completely coming from the opposite direction. There you are, the H-King Viper64. If you're looking for a good all-round but smaller sized EDF sports jet, can't go wrong with the Viper64. If you're looking for your first introduction into EDF flying, this is definitely something you should consider. Again, with that easily removable gear, you can have both a higher speed hand launch model or a slightly lower speed but still lots of fun model with the fixed gear, which is great for ROG. Definitely when you're practicing your landings and your takes off with jets, this will be perfect for that too. And of course a stunning scheme and a really, really nice sound. So look out for this coming to the market at some point very soon. And thank you very much for watching. Oh, horrible sounding EDF by comparison behind us. And we'll see you soon here at hobbyking.com, where we will have more models to come as we roll through 2024. So look out for that. But for now, check out the links below for full details on the, there we go, Viper64 from H-King. Bye-bye.